So I just bought this lovely little Easter tree at Target for $2.50, and we're going to make a little tree for Easter. So I wanted to add a little sparkle to it. So I'm going to use this glitter glaze that I've had in my stash for a while by Studio Line. Anyway, and it's just light blue with some glitter. And I'm just going to brush some of this glitter glaze here on my tree to add a little bit of glaze and shine to it. I want to do the leaves with a little bit of glaze also. So I'm going to make my own glaze using this diamond glaze. It's a water-based dimensional adhesive and you can mix it with glitter. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. And then I've just got some lime green chunky, well actually pretty fine glitter here. So I'm going to put a little bit of that, actually probably want a little bit more. I want to put quite a bit of glitter. With a toothpick I'm just going to mix that together to make myself a little bit of glitter glaze. Then I'm just going to use my paintbrush and I'm going to go through and glaze all of my leaves with my glitter glaze in green. And I am going to do both sides of my leaves so that I can make them go up or down and still shine. So okay, now we have done our tree. Got some good glitter on there, little sparkly goodness. Okay, now we are going to make some birds for our tree. And I've used the Give a Hoot Cricut cartridge, and I've used Bird 3. And I have done some 1 3/4 inches and some 1 1/2 inches. And you'll want to do some with the flip-on feature, so you get some facing different directions. So the birds do have legs on them, but I've just cut them off because I don't want legs on my birds on my tree. And the next thing is I want to add some color. I've just used some plain white textured cardstock for my birds. So I'm going to use some Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And I'm going to use some Sherbet, Yellow Daisy, Dragonfly, Creme de Rouge, Flower Power, and Delphinium. So we'll use that combination of color to give our birds some different colors. So for the first one, I'm just going to give my bottle a little shake. I try not to shake it up and down as I found that clogs the sprayers quite a bit. So I'm going to spray this one with some yellow and put a little bit more on the end there. I want the tail of this one to be yellow. And then for the center of this one, I think we'll do a little bit of orange. Now in this one, to get it in the center, you're going to want to spray it a little bit closer so it doesn't cover the whole entire bird. So give that a couple squirts. And then for the head, I'd like the head to be a little bit pink. So we're going to try using some Sherbet here on the head. And just spray that quite a few times. And then we will just let our birds dry and go ahead. And we'll go ahead and spray another bird. And for this one, I'll try doing something a little bit darker. I'll do a little blue on the tail there. And we'll try using our Creme de Rouge. That's kind of a purpley pink color. And then I think we'll do a little bit of yellow. Tiny bit of yellow right there. Okay, now we want to make the bird underneath with a different color so that it will show up our little scroll that we've done. So on this one I've done yellow. So we're going to go ahead and spray these solid birds, just one solid color. So this one I'm going to do blue. And try to spray it so that it's pretty dark. Okay, now that our birds have dried, we need to glue them together. Now we have our two pieces. And I like to use Mod Podge glue, so I'm just going to put some on my paintbrush And because Mod Podge dries clear, I'm just going to brush a generous amount on the solid piece because it's a lot easier to paint on than the intricate piece of the bird. And then all you need to do, I just start at the beak and put that on and go down to the tail and then push down the scroll part right there in the middle. And there you have a bird. And then I wanted to add a little bit of an eye. So I'm going to use some silver stickles. And I'm just going to put a small little dot on here for the eye. I'm going to make some blossoms for our tree. We're just going to use our circle cutter, and I'm going to cut some 1.5 inch circles. And I'm using the 3 Bugs in a Rug paper from the Chloe line. And I like it because it's striped on one side and solid colored on the other side. So it'll work perfectly because we'll see both sides of our blossoms. So I'm just going to finish cutting out the last circle that I need. Okay, so today we're going to make some blossoms for our tree. And here's our little blossom. This is what it looks like when it's finished. And I've used the 3 Bugs in a Rug paper from the Chloe line, and it's pink striped on one side and a solid pink on the other side. So we can have some lighter and some darker showing on our blossoms. So to make the little paper part of the blossom, you need a 1.5 inch circle, and you're going to just cut a spiral. And it doesn't have to be perfect, just start cutting a little spiral with scissors. So it kind of ends up like that. And then you're going to take this far end here and you're just going to roll it in. Just keep rolling that all the way around. Now because on this one we want the middle to be hollow, don't roll it too tight. And then when you get to the end here, it's just going to kind of lay underneath, and you're just going to kind of pinch it to kind of make it round so that a little pom-pom will fit right there in the middle. And we'll hot glue that down when we put it on our tree so that it will stay. And I have used some diamond dust here, and I have put some diamond dust on some little pom-poms for the center of our blossoms. And to do that, I've used Mod Podge glue. And the easiest way to do it is to coat a pom-pom with Mod Podge completely and let it dry so that it's kind of hard, because the Mod Podge soaks into the pom-pom and the glitter doesn't adhere as well. So I like to coat my pom-poms once, let them dry, and then coat them again, and then roll it in the diamond dust. So I'll go ahead and coat my pom-pom and just put a generous amount on your pom-pom, just all the way around, just so that glue can soak in and harden. We'll just let that sit for a little while and let that harden. Now once you get one that's set and hardened, you can put some Mod Podge on it, a second coat. I can get some on my finger here, and coat this generously also all the way around, and then just dip it in the diamond dust. Just dip that down. The bottom of these aren't going to show, so if the bottom of them aren't coated, it's okay. And then just you have your little dusted coating on your pom-pom there, and we'll just let that dry for a while. When they're dry, you can see the little glittery crystals there on the pom-pom. And that will be the center of our blooms, and that's how you make the blossoms. Alright, and then once the blossoms are made, to get all of them done, I'm just going to glue them on my tree. So I will do that, and then we'll do that. Okay, so our tree is starting to take some shape, and I think it's looking really cute. So I'm just going to show you. I've gone ahead and glued some of the blossoms and the birds on to save some time. But I decided just to put a little bit of yellow Easter grass underneath the bird. So I've just done a couple pieces and just kind of wadded it up. And I'm just going to put a little piece of glue here in the center of the grass and just stick it on a branch. And I'm going to be doing the back side of the tree here. Just going to put a little bit of glue in that. And then I'm going to put some glue on the back side, hot glue here on the back side of this bird, and a little bit on the front. You don't want too much underneath or else it's going to puddle up underneath there and show. And I'm just going to glue the bird here in the grass. And then I'm just going to put some hot glue on the bottom of some of these blossoms and finish gluing some blossoms on the end. Just put a little bit on the bottom. Back here. You will have to hold the blossom for a minute on the branch until it dries, or else it will fall off with the hot glue. I just cut this bunny using the Give a Hoot cartridge again that we used to cut the birds, and this bunny is cut at 2 inches. And I'm just going to brush some Mod Podge all over it. We're just going to put some diamond dust on this and just make him a clear, sparkly white bunny. Just going to use a spoon and spoon some diamond dust over our bunny here. You can run this through a tape runner if you'd like to, if you don't want to use the Mod Podge glue. Now the underneath part of the bunny is a solid color, and I'm going to use the sherbet color, and I'm going to spray the underneath part pink. Give this a good shake. Okay, and we're just going to spray this bunny pink. Give it a good spray so it'll be dark enough.